Dana, the worst of it's behind us, and a lot of tomorrow will be calming down, allowing those power crews to really get to work.
Exactly. It's going to be a much less intense version than today because the heaviest snowfall and the highest wind gusts at this point are behind us. We just kind of have some of this nuisance moisture that's still going to be lingering around because this system is going to stick pretty close to the coast until we get into the weekend. So here are some more of our snowfall reports. These are as of 10:30 p.m. and it is still snowing in some areas of the state. So these aren't even our final snowfall totals. I couldn't find anything higher than 21.5 inches in Shapley, but 19.9 inches, almost 20 inches in Acton, 19 inches in Porter. So our jackpot areas were kind of away from the coast and in areas in western Maine, though it's still snowing in areas in eastern Maine. So we could add a few more inches there, but most of the heaviest accumulating snow is behind us at this point. 9 inches there in Bangor and only 2 inches up north in Caribou. So this radar imagery looks a lot different than what we were looking at earlier. There's a lot more spaces here, but we still do have some areas of snow moving through, particularly this heavier band of snow moving through the Lakes region and back into Lewiston, adding a little bit more accumulating snow in this area. And where it's snowing hardest in the state is definitely going to be up north in eastern Aroostook County near Amity, Presque Isle, and Caribou. So might put down another inch or two in those areas. But most of the heavy snow at this point is behind us. And what we see right now is what Friday and Saturday is really going to look like, because this area of low pressure that's been hanging off the coast all day today, throwing that moisture back into our state, this is going to linger. Now it is going to get weaker over the next day or so, so we aren't going to see any more really heavy precipitation, but it is just going to kind of stick around and be a bit of a nuisance until we get to Sunday. Now at this point, a lot of our winter storm warnings have been dropped. These areas in purple here have been replaced by winter weather advisories in effect until tomorrow at 8 a.m. However, some areas in eastern Maine, especially north of the Bangor region, we do still have those winter storm warnings and have been extended until Friday at 11. So what we're expecting as we go throughout both Friday and Saturday, they're going to be a very similar forecast. So along the immediate coastline, as we get into early tomorrow morning, we're going to start to see a little bit of a transition from that snow into rain because our temperatures are going to be kind of right on that borderline tomorrow. So that's why we aren't going to see any more really accumulating snow, because the snowfall rate isn't high enough and our temperatures are going to be too high. So this is Friday at 8 a.m. Some late snow showers moving through the mid-coast, some rain showers closer to the down-east coastline, and then anywhere where it's not going to be snowing, it's still going to be cloudy and very dreary out. So even both Friday and Saturday, not very nice days, but they are calm enough where they are going to allow for some cleanup. So this is Friday at 11 p.m., still seeing some snow showers throughout the state, lasting once again through Saturday, picking up especially along the coastline. Kind of a mix between both rain and snow showers in those areas. Warm enough Saturday evening where we transition to rain along the coastline for a little while. And then finally, once we get into Sunday, that's when the system will have moved far enough away from our area where we'll start to lose that moisture and the cloud cover, making for a really nice look to the beginning of next week. Now, we've passed the peak wind gusts at this point, but it's still going to be breezy throughout the rest of the week. So tonight, gusts about 30 to 35 miles an hour, getting a little bit better throughout the day tomorrow, where wind gusts are going to be about 20 to 25. So that'll allow some power crews to get out there and start restoring power to some areas. And then throughout the day Saturday, still breezy there, about 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then again, kind of all hinging on this system as it moves farther and farther away from us, both the precipitation and the wind here will start to diminish. And once this pesky system moves out of our hair, then we have a big area of high pressure that's going to move in, which is going to make the beginning of next week and really the end of the weekend a really awesome forecast. Plenty of sunshine and temperatures getting into the upper 50s in some spots. So our marine forecast, we do have a gale warning in effect until 1 a.m. because we're seeing some of those gusty winds still offshore and some higher surf with seas 7 to 11 feet. So I've been talking about how this system is really going to dominate the rest of the week with those on and off rain showers both Friday and Saturday. Once this system moves out on Sunday, then we'll start to see some more of that sunshine begin to break in, especially later in the day. And that eclipse forecast on Monday, Zach, looks pretty awesome. Mostly sunny skies with temperatures in the upper 50s. And our next chance of precipitation looks like it's going to wait until next Thursday.
All right, it can wait even longer if it wants to.
I know, we need some light at the end of the tunnel, and that is Monday.
Yeah.